Right now, the world needs a positive, uplifting segment to restore our faith in humanity.
Is that what we're doing?
And remind us that everything is going to be okay.
Yes, Jeff, give it to me.
But we couldn't find anything like that. So instead, we're doing
Great.
Chance at love. Chance at love. Chance at love.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and if you've never heard a chance at love before, it's been a while since we've done it.
Years.
But it's a saucy little game we came up with to test your relationship potential. And since it was Valentine's Day recently, we had Brooke play it with her husband on their date night.
I was wondering who did it. I thought it was Alexis.
No, we gave her a stack of mystery love envelopes, each one with a different romantic question inside. And Brooke and her husband had to open them and answer the questions honestly, no matter how awkward or embarrassing it might be.
Can I just say, Michael hates doing this game.
Oh.
And it was my year to plan Valentine's Day, so I was like, hey, we're going to do all these great things, and also this.
Radio segment.
I did wait until we were quite a few drinks in.
That's
Okay.
okay. No,
Okay.
it makes the segment better.
And yeah, by the end of this, when we hear all the audio, we will determine if their marriage is happy and
wait,
thriving
wait.
or flatlining and begging the hot young medic to give it mouth to mouth.
You guys
So-
didn't fight, did you, Brooke? There's no
No,
arguments
but we
in
did
this.
invite a hot young medic in.
Okay.
Spoiler
To
alert.
give us heart health tips, you guys.
Sure, let's find out as we listen to Brooke and her husband open up their first Chance at Love card.
Sing it for me.
Chance at love. Chance at love.
Okay, number 1. Brooke, between you and Michael, who said I love you first, and how did they say it? Tell the story. Do you remember who said it first?
Yeah, of course I do.
I said it first.
Of course you did.
Yeah. I remember being at your little tiny apartment in downtown, and I remember being so in love that I couldn't keep it in anymore. And I said, I love you. And you said, oh, thank you.
Well, I was appreciative.
Do you remember? And then like a month later, you said it back. Do you remember where we were when you said it back to me?
Yeah, after we'd hiked up
Yeah.
and you had sweat coming down your back, and I was sure I was going to die.
All it took was death for you to fall in love with me.
Death and a lot of sweat.
Of course, Brooke said it first. Is there any scenario where Brooke isn't the first one to
No.
speak up, except for maybe with her mother-in-law?
You guys, honestly, that was the first time I ever said it first to a man.
but what-
That was like my whole rule. Never say it first. That was my big rule. And then I just couldn't help it with him.
But why were you so condescending? Like, I remember we were in your tiny little baby apartment. Yeah.
In the worst part of town.
You unlocked the door and you broke a window, and I laughed at you.
The apartment building would blast music, would blast classical music to keep the homeless people away at the door.
What?
Yes.
I would think they'd enjoy classical.
No,
music.
it was like so loud that no one could even
right.
sleep
Oh,
because
so was
of
it
it.
romantic when you said "I love you"? Was there strings in the back?
It was right across from some service shelters.
See, I thought you were going to take that opportunity to defend your husband, but I was wrong. You went double down on it. So, I don't know. Maybe the next question, things will get a little bit romantic, a little
I
bit
thought
hotter.
that was romantic. It wasn't?
Well, something.
In your mind. Let's hear question 2.
If you were forced to get a tattoo somewhere in your body to honor your spouse, and it can't just be their name, what tattoo would you get and why? Brooke, answer first.
I know what I could get. I could get right on my underwear line a nice line of perfect grass.
Oh, okay. Speaking my language.
And then there'd be a little lawnmower that looked like it was like
Like really manicure in the grass. It's beautiful. Yeah. I want that tattoo too.
what would you get to dedicate to me?
Dedicate to you. I would probably get some kind of awesome design of our minivan with the 4 of us.
Being sarcastic, I hate the minivan.
I know, the kids love it. I love it.
But it's about, you're supposed to dedicate the tattoo to me.
in dedicating it to you, I'm bringing joy to our dog and to our 2 kids. And to me, that's 80%.
Fine. You know what? If you get a minivan tattooed on you, you'll never have sex again after you know me. If I died and you got a minivan tattooed on you, it'd be over for you.
I'm not thinking about sex with anyone else.
That's a good answer.
All right.
So
Wow,
let me
you
get
got
this straight. Minivan tattoo, unbangable. But woman with crabgrass getting mowed over her underwear line, super hot.
Don't you dare say crabgrass. That is my husband loves his grass, and he would never allow crabgrass.
Blue
to invade
Kentucky
it.
grass,
Thank
whatever.
you.
That's why I'm worried for you, Brooke. The tattoo gets messed up a little and the grass isn't perfect. He won't be able to look at you again.
That's true.
Plus, if you don't sleep with him for a long time, you keep adding to the grass. And
Yeah, it
making
grows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's gonna get weeds if you don't do your
It's going to
business.
be up to your neck by the time.
Oh,
you find someone.
Good. It's an ongoing project. We're 2 questions in, and we've only heard minimal arguing and belittling from Brooke and her husband. So
And a threat. of no
still,
sex.
just
No,
one.
not from me,
No.
from other women.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay,
think you
never
missed that
mind.
part.
Still,
I'm so sorry.
If I
pretty-
died.
Pretty good for a 10-year marriage. So let's see how question 3 goes.
Chance at love, number 4.
You don't need to set it up.
Oh, they don't need that? French is considered the language of love. Ooh la la. So in your best French accent, please flirt with each other for 30 seconds. Brooke, don't take up the entire time. Everyone knows you talk a lot. Please attempt to seduce your spouse using your sexy French accent.
Comment, monsieur. Je m'appelle Brooke.
Oui.
J'ai fumé.
Je fume.
No, sir.
Oui.
Tell me I look beautiful tonight.
Oh my god. Next.
Ooh, you're sexy. Are you sexy too?
I love it. New phone tab character, French Brooke.
Talk about taking a wrong turn in Paris, ending up on Perv Street.
What's sad is I took 2 years of French in college, and all I can remember is my name is and I smoke.
Yeah.
And I like how in any language you're still like, That's your vibe. Like,
Well, Brooke, you've offended all 6 of our French listeners. Good work.
sorry, guys.
But at this
Sorry,
point,
dear.
Brooke's probably 19 wine coolers deep, which actually bodes well for her husband's chances with her that night.
Unless I fall
go.
asleep.
Will the tension grow even stronger from here? We're about to find out when we come back and hear more from these 2 legally bonded individuals as they open their final 3 cards and determine if there really is a chance at love in their marriage. We're going to do it right after this.
Chance at love.
They're not gonna play that. They're not gonna play that.
What do you mean they're not going to play that? This is our story, so...
No, you're trying to be funny, and it's not funny.
We are in the middle of Chance at Love Married Edition with Brooke and her sweet husband, Michael.
and Jeff
Aw,
flipped
the
it.
best.
We got a new intro.
They played the game the other week during their Valentine's Day date. And Alexis, you've seen Brooke and her husband together outside of work.
Yeah.
How many more years do you think are left on this marriage?
How many years, what?
How many more years are left for them together?
They're never leaving each. They are so identical.
Yikes, can't even assign a number to it. That's not good.
Brooke is that intimidating.
But anyway, if you're just tuning in, they've been answering mystery love questions about each other to test the strength of their marital bond. 3 have been answered. We've got 3 left to go. So let's listen as they open up their next Chance at Love envelope.
It's well known that Brooke loves to cook meals for her family. Michael, please tell us your favorite meal that Brooke makes and one thing you wish you would stop cooking forever. Well, I love Brooke's ability to look in the fridge and find ingredients that can make a meal.
No matter what's there.
But sometimes that leads to nastiness. The kids don't want it. I don't want it, but I have to want it.
When did you not want it by a cookie?
I mean, maybe twice a week.
The Indian food I made earlier this week.
Yeah, it's just you're combining different vegetables with spices with fruits, like once a month.
Okay, we don't need to keep talking. We're good. We're good. You can just.
Question wasn't that the question?
Well, you answered it.
One thing.
Okay,
And
you
I said
you
one
gave
thing.
More than one thing. You said basically once a week.
Twice a week.
Interesting. He never ever got to what meal he loves that you made.
Yeah.
Was that part of the question?
That was, that was the first part of the question.
Yeah. The problem is like there's not really a theme of like he makes 5 things, right? And I know exactly what those things are. Maybe it's a real crapshoot.
Sometimes you don't even know what you're cooking.
I feel like most white girls don't use any spices or seasonings like Alexis, but you overcompensate for all of them.
Yeah.
I use all the
Throw all the spices in from every culture. Let's do it.
What is this gonna taste like?
Yeah, who knows? Let's experiment.
I will say there does seem to be passion happening betwing the two of you.
I don't hear
I
that.
didn't get that from that
I'm not saying it's good passion, but it is definitely passionate.
Yeah.
We started heading down the wrong road. After
There's energy.
Maybe we can swerve back onto the right road. Okay, here we go as we get to our next Chance at Love envelope.
Ooh, think of a famous children's song or nursery rhyme that you think perfectly encapsulates who your spouse is. Brooke, please give your answer first. I would just sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat, but just all the wrong lyrics because you don't know any lyric to any song ever. So you would sing row, 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 let's get in a canoe, thee gently down the river.
Happily we will go down the river and then we'll have a party.
Yeah, that's how you sing all songs.
It's
I love it, dude.
It drives the kids absolutely bonkers. They're like, Dad, that's not how it goes.
Oh, imagine.
But he ended on a party. I love that.
Yeah, same
You
page.
just never know what's gonna come out of the mouth.
You two don't really seem to like to follow the instructions of the questions though, because that was not what was asked. These are all very well thought out, but let's recap what we've learned so far.
Okay.
You forced him to say I love you by pressuring him and saying it first.
No. I just scared him because I took him to the top of a mountain and we weren't prepared
There
to
you
hike to
go.
the very top of a mountain.
That
It was
was
very
it.
snowy,
The-
and he thought he was gonna die.
Yes,
Got it.
the threat of
Yeah.
death.
Got
He's
it.
not a big fan of your cooking or your French accent.
Just twice a week. He's not a
Yeah.
fan.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, 5 days a week. He loves it.
But the good news is he is sticking around because you had kids with him and locked him down. So that
I
is
love
a
him.
positive.
Yeah, it was smart of you to legally lock that in.
Yeah.
Very, very good work, Brooke. But here we are. We've made it to our final Chance at Love question.
Oh, it's over already.
And perhaps we will get the answer that the world has been wondering.
Oh.
Is this marriage meant to be?
Oh, of course.
Let's find out. Here we go.
Brooke is always telling the show that the single biggest regret of her life is she didn't capture her marriage proposal so she could post it on her Instagram for cheap likes. So, Michael, please try and recreate your original proposal by saying exactly what you said to Brooke on that day. The original proposal was
You don't need to tell the story.
well, my no, I gotta set the stage.
The stage is here.
No, this high desert, juniper bushes, sagebrush. They want all the
No,
details.
they want the words.
The words were, Brooke,
Yes.
you are so sweet.
You don't remember it, do you?
Do you remember what I said?
You talked about how amazing I was and how you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me, how you wanted me to have your babies.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
Oh, man.
You know when people with PTSD are forced to remember traumatic events from their past? It's kind of what Michael sounded like in that
I want
moment.
to hear more about the bushes all around you.
Oh my God, you
Personally.
guys, it was a really, really sweet proposal, and we actually
We
did
don't want to hear
capture
about
it
it,
on
bro.
video.
Yeah.
That wasn't the question.
What words?
That man didn't even know what was happening while it was happening. He got us lost for 45 minutes afterwards because he didn't pay attention to where we had hiked out
Oh,
to.
no.
So my
When you
his
guys
parents' house.
said I love you and we proposed, you're almost dying every time.
Yes.
What is wrong with this?
We couldn't find our way back to the house. I was legitimately worried at one point 'cause it was getting dark.
You're like scared in love.
Yes.
You're like,
That's how she gets him to act on his words.
A marriage based on mortal fear,
That's
and
right.
that is true strength. We are out of time
Oh,
here.
it's so fun.
that was great, bro.
We need to know, is this marriage meant to last
No,
or
we
is it
don't.
doomed to fail? Brooke has
we
agreed to
don't.
leave it up to the listeners to decide. Text
to
in
you
to
guys.
78592. We've got a divorce lawyer on the line just in case.
No way.
And somebody to set up a romantic vacay on the other line,
Okay.
depending on what you
Hey,
text in.
Travel agent.
That was Chance at Love, Marriage Edition. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.